gon' tell that like granny, you trouble. I'm tryna make sure we all gon' profit. I'm tryna make sure you see how I pop it.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl D Swag Queen, and I want to do a video thanking and congratulating myself for hitting 3 years this year since I started my photography business. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my real name is India, but I go by 2 nicknames, and that's the Heartless Player and the Swag Queen. I do a variety of everything, but I don't know if I ever told a story of how I started a photography business, so I'm gonna do a summary. So let's do a brief summary. So we're gonna fast forward 3 years back. I mean, not fast forward, rewind back to 3 years. Back in, okay, well, no, let's rewind farther than that. So I've always been a fan of taking pictures, being in pictures. I'd rather take them more than being in them, because I don't know, sometimes I don't feel like taking pictures. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking ugly and stuff like that. So I've been more into taking pictures. I remember growing up and my dad had this like, what is the Polaroid camera? Y'all know, y'all take the camera, you take the picture, the camera, and the picture comes out. I used to enjoy that one. And then there's the other one with the digital camera. You know, back then they used to be the little smaller gray ones. I still got it. Matter of fact, I got both of them. And then it was a red one that my cousin had gave my dad, and he ended up giving it to me for my birthday. So I had myself a digital camera. So that was like quite interesting. So fast forward a little bit, you know, that was when I was younger. Fast forward a little bit as I became a teenager. My first time holding a professional camera, I can't remember what year, but it was like for a church event. So my cousin, well, both of my cousins actually, they used to do YouTube. So when they recorded their videos, they used a Canon camera. So when we had a church event, we asked my cousin, could we use the Canon camera? And little did y'all know, they gave the camera to me. Like, I already knew how to work it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll be in charge of doing it. And it worked out. When I say I fell in love that night with that camera, like I used it for the whole church event. I didn't even want to give it back to my cousin, but I knew I had to give it back up with my eyes. But I would have kept it too. I was like, you know, you're using it. So fast forward. So we're going to fast forward the year of 2022. So I don't know. I can't really remember what month. Maybe during the summertime, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the summertime, going into almost August of 2022. Me and my friend, well, at the time, he was my friend. We went to Whataburger, and he was already a photographer. He was already a photographer, but he did like other things. So at the time, he was trying to take his photography business somewhere, but you know, he was doing other stuff too. So it was like not really just focused on it, but like he was doing events and stuff like that. So he would need a person to take the pictures. So we had Whataburger, you know, just chilling, 2 friends chilling, and he had his camera with him. And I'll never forget, one of the Whataburger workers came out and saw the camera sitting on the table, and she said, "Are y'all photographers?" Now, remind you, I had already experienced, you know, cameras. I already knew how to work them, but it wasn't mine. Neither was our photographer at the time. So I looked at him because I'm like, you know, it's your camera. So he busted out. He said, yes. I just shook my head a little bit. I just smiled, basically. I did a smirk because I'm like, no, we're not photographers. I don't have my own, like, nigga, I don't have my own camera and stuff. Like, no. So she was like, can y'all take me a picture? So before I knew it, I done grabbed his camera off the table. You know, quick reflex. I done took the camera off the table and I said, I got it. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. So she stood up, you know, she stood up against the window and I took the picture or whatever else. So she's like, oh my God, I gotta get y'all a book, da 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 da. So she got our information, da da da. So fast forward past that, and when we got done, he looked at me, he was like, he asked me, he said, why won't you get your own, won't you start your own photography business? That's what he said. And I'm like, I said, I mean, never thought about it, you know. I said, I feel like it just really wouldn't be a point because you got so many out there, you know. And he was like, you never know until you try. So, you know, we did play with the camera more than that night. So that kind of stuck with me, and I was like, you know, he ain't wrong. He not wrong. Like I said, I come from a family that love taking pictures. So it's like pictures has kind of been all throughout the family. And no, I was like, okay, well. So then I got searching around, you know, cheapest camera. Because I know camera equipment is expensive. That was the number one thing I was looking at. I'm like, camera equipment is expensive. So how I supposed to start off with this and it's expensive? So that's the first thing I was looking at. So I ended up finding a deal or whatever else. And got it. In of October of 2022, I waited to arrive. And in October 2022 is when I announced to social media I am officially starting a photography business. So, you know, tried it out a little bit with my friends, see how it worked, and started looking up YouTube videos, whatever else. Fast forward year 2023, like one too long, like around by that summer 2023, I started a t-shirt business also. So that was booming. So it was like, you know, I wasn't really just doing photography hardly like that, like here and there. That's when I wasn't really just like charging. I was like kind of just like trying to get photos to promote and stuff like that. So tragic ended up hitting. I had kind of really like, I didn't give up on photography, but I had put it down from promoting. I'm not gonna lie, I had put it down. So like tragic ended up hitting 2023, and it was like, okay, wow. One moment you be here, one moment you won't, or you can't. So I was like, yo, okay, let me go ahead and do what I do best and pick this camera back up. Cause like folks had started wondering, but they weren't asking, but I know they was wondering because like I hear little things like, oh, is she still doing this? They didn't know. Cause I had angle, I had stacked up on everything. Like, yeah, I had stacked up on everything. So I was like, well, let me get back into it. Start back promoting it. Then next thing I know, boom. I buy a new camera, new lens. Okay, cool. So I'm on my second camera. Still just, you know, going along with it. So boom, here we go again. Start looking up for my new camera. Found the new lens. Boom. So now I'm sitting on 2 cameras, 3 lenses. All right. Now this all just like taking place 2023. And then, you know, well, I said the middle part 2023 going down. So we're going to fast forward all the way down the line after the tragic, and we got over all that down 2023 December 2023. If y'all don't know, the towns have Christmas parades. So I used, before I got the lens last year. Let me back up because we moved too fast. I got a lens last year in the beginning of 2024. December of 2023, I used the lens that came with the camera, which was one of them long lenses that like only zoom in, don't zoom out wide. So it was a parade at night time for Christmas time, and you know, each school had their little queens or whatever else. So it's this girl that I took, it was like 3 of them. They was on their own car or whatever. So I snapped each one off. But just so happened, one of the girls that I snapped and I posted, another girl knew her, who I had already worked with and was cool with. And she was like, oh, that's so-and-so, da-da-da. So the girl, because I remember telling my mom, I said, I'm taking these pictures at this parade in hopes of somebody seeing it on social media, reaching out to me and giving me an opportunity to do a shoot for them. So this is going into almost 2024. So we're still in December. So yeah, my friend was like, yeah, this so-and-so, I know her, go to school, her, da-da-da. So the girl got my Snapchat, reached out to me, and I remember telling my mom, I said, if I just get a thank you for any of these people who I take a picture with, if they see it, I'll be happy with that. Y'all, the girl got my Snapchat, inboxed me, and said, thank you. I said, boom. Look at that. Fast forward 2024. Like, you know, okay, I hadn't yet got my lens. I kind of jumped to that. I hadn't yet got my lens. So I say, what? February? I can't remember what month, but we're 2024 now. And the same young lady that I took a picture of that inboxed me and said, thank you, inboxed me and said, I want you to be my photographer for my prom send-off. And I said, bet, say less. So this was around, I think her stuff was in April, so we're looking at maybe March, a month before. I started looking around for new lenses. So I say maybe a week or the same week, I end up going and getting a new lens that everybody kept recommending for my new camera. So boom, at the same time her prom was coming up, she had another friend that found out. No, take it back. No, okay. The girl that I supposed to be doing the prom for, at the time I didn't know she had another friend prom coming up. So another one of my friends that I worked with commented under the girl who she knew, who I didn't know at the time. It was a girl that posted on Facebook and was like looking for last minute photographers. My friend who I work with commented my name. Facebook didn't let me know, so I didn't know. So the young lady texted me on Facebook Messenger and asked me, was I available this day? Just so happened it was the same day the young lady prom was. And I'm like, whoa, how am I finna do this? How am I finna do this? So, come to find out, funny story. So I end up saying yes. No, I'm trying to figure out how I'm finna do this. End up saying yes. So then I told the first young lady that I had this one at this time. Then I come to hers after this one. So come to find out that the one who I accepted at the end texted me and was like, not you doing my friend prom send off also. So come to find out, both of them was friends with each other. I didn't even know. They found that out when they was getting their hair done in the salon, and somehow, you know, the photographer name came up and my name came up. They were like, oh, you got her too? I got her. So I was like, I was really mind blown, because, you know, I ain't really the type to sit up there and tell people like the name of this, the name of that, da da da. So I just say like this day, he or she. So when they told me that, I was like, whoa, okay. So I got double. I'm doing the friends in the same day. So I'm like, that's double the money, you know? So I'm like, okay, cool. So the week approaches and I'm like getting nervous because I'm like, how's this gonna work? Da da da. I'm getting closer, trying to figure out how this gonna work, get here at this time. And the my first camera started messing up. And I said, you gotta be kidding me. 2 days before. And I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So I had to take it up there to Best Buy. Had them look at it. Ended up getting it fixed. Okay, boom. Then another situation happened. My second camera battery charger stopped working. Now this happened the night before. No, was it the night before? Well, it happened the day before, not the night before. It happened the day before. So I said, dang. Now remind y'all, my second camera is the one I bought the new lens for. That's the one that's a wide out screen, wide out lens. So I'm like, this is the main one I'm gonna need. This is the one that blur out the background, make it look like cinematic. And I'm like, okay, what I'm finna do? So I'm like, I went up there to Best Buy, asked them, did they have a better thing? No. I checked, you know, the little shops that sell games, they didn't have one. I said, Lord, what I'm finna do? So it's like the day before. So it's like, it's early today. It's around about like, say about 3 or something. So I'm confused on what to do. So my only option was to check Facebook. Y'all know the Facebook market. So I found one, only $15. So I was like, okay, cool. But y'all know that some of these people be out of town and stuff. So I checked the location. It said Germantown, Tennessee. I said, oh, that's straight. That ain't too far from here. Only thing was about it, I gotta wait and see if the person go respond in time enough, because literally the prompts is finna be the next day. So I said, oh Lord, I hope he responded. So I inboxed him like 5 something. I said, hey, you still got this. It'll really be cool if I can go ahead and get it. I got these shoes tomorrow, da da da. So actually he texted back kind of quick. It wasn't like seconds later, but it was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes later. He was like, yeah, I still got it. I'm not at the house right now, but I still got it. If you want it, I'll be at the house around my 8 something. But if that's too late, then you can come and pick it up tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I really need that tonight. I got shoes to do tomorrow. How do you want the money? He was like, okay, I tell you what, because we don't know each other, so we both taking risks right now. I'm having faith to God that don't let this be a scam. Like, I literally need this battery pack. So he was like, okay, I tell you what, I get to the house, I'm gonna text you when I get to the house. I'm gonna leave it in the envelope in the mailbox. You get there, he gave me the address to the house. When you get there, have the money in the envelope, grab the battery pack and just put the money the money that you have in the envelope in the mailbox. Simple. I said, say less. So I called my homeboy up, or I called my bodyguard. So I said, hey, I need you to go somewhere with me. Just so happy he was out. He said, what's up? I said, so I gotta go over this dude's house. I gotta get this battery pack. I got prom shoots the next day. I need you to go with me just to make sure everything is straight. No scam. He said, cool. Man, we roll out there. Check the mailbox. I swerved around in the neighborhood, pulled up. We saw his figure through the glass door. Walked up to the door. He already knew it was me. Put the money in the envelope, got the battery pack, boom. So, dropped my friend off, back at his vehicle, told him appreciate it, flew to the house, boom, battery pack worked. Threw the old one away, kept the new one so I would make sure I wouldn't get nothing mixed up. Y'all, that day was so successful and busy. It was so successful and busy. I did a vlog about it, behind the scenes. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all should go check it out. But when I tell you that day was so successful and it was straight, like, I was real happy. So, I guess you could say I ended up going a little viral. So after that, shoots start coming back to back to back. So, this brings us to now. But yeah, chat, that was 2024. 2024 was definitely a good year with the photography. I mean, of course I did shoots after that. I posted like the pictures and stuff in the Facebook groups. Went kind of viral for that, actually. Started getting like bookings and stuff after that. Like, I did a number of shoots toward the ending of 2024. So, like, that was in April for the prom send-offs, and I did shoots like 2 months after that, like, for 3 weekends straight. So it was straight. Majority of all my pictures came from 2024. I'm not gonna lie. But I would like to, for one, I forgot to say, the ladies, before I say this, I'm gonna say shout out to the ladies that I did the shoots for. Till today, we are still cool. Hopefully we get another shoot going for the summertime. But they was amazing. They was awesome. They real cool people. They're not hard to get along with, so it was straight. But I would like to thank everybody who has supported me, who have gave me a chance, who gave me an opportunity, who has booked with the VIP photography. It's still hard to believe a lot of folks out there that don't know I'm a photographer, and some of them just don't give a crap. For the ones just don't give a crap, keep watching. And for the one that still don't know I'm a photographer, I hope you get a hold to this video somewhere. Cause now you know. Cause it's a lot of people who I know. It's some folks that I know still don't know I'm one. And I'm going on 3 years of being one. And it's a lot of them that ain't gave me an opportunity or a chance yet. But it's okay. It's okay. They come along eventually when they see all them, them likes and stuff like that. Hold on. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. But yeah, when they start seeing all them likes and stuff and going up their book, man, I ain't worried about it. But yeah, I appreciate everybody out there. As y'all can see, I'm in my merch, of course. This is the new merch cover. Lights, camera, and the VIP, black and white. Y'all did my hat for the first time. I had a hat person for 2 years, and I did this for the first time last weekend. Alright, let me hurry up chat because my goddamn space went out a while ago. But anyway, new merch color. Y'all already know I got 2 other merch colors, which is black and blue, and then the red and black and gold one. And then, yeah, the blue and black one with the silver on it. But this is the new merch color with the hat. I am selling my merch if y'all want any. I know that summertime is right around the corner, and I know for young folks and some older folks, always looking for new drip to style and stuff, new meanings. So I will be selling my clothing. Y'all can say my photography clothing brand. The hat by itself, if you want to get it, it's running for $15. T-shirt by itself running for $25. If y'all want to get the whole set, the hat and the shirt, $35. I'm making myself, so I gotta make my money, my profit. But yeah, I don't know if I know that I'm dropping another color. I don't know if I'm dropping 2 more colors yet, but just know, since I originally started the business in October 2022, I'm saving my main color for October of this year. And when I say I'm working on it now, I'm working on it. When I say it's gonna be lit, it's gonna be lit. Like, I'm putting some ideas together because I'm going to mix it with something, and it's got to be on point. So when I say that I'm thinking on it, I'm thinking on it. So it's gonna be a secret. So y'all gotta wait till October. But I may drop 1 more merch color during the summertime with the hat. I don't know. I'm thinking on it. Don't want to drop too many all at once, especially if it's not selling or nothing. But you know, I make it for myself anyway. I ain't tripping. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. It's a party this year. It is a party. Oh, hold on, one more thing I gotta show y'all. Shout out to my school. Shout out to my school for making this for me. It is a camera planet, so basically you can put stuff in it. But shout out to my school for making that for me with the 3D printer. I told them it was my 3-year anniversary, and I told them I wanted to highlight and use 2 colors. But shout out to them. I went with my original logo color, which is pink and blue. So I got the whole thing blue, and I got the pink highlight. So shout out to them. Yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, chat. So that's all I got. That's how I started my photography business. You know, for people who out and passed along the way or used to like get advice from, be cool with, you know, they're not too far away. They see it. They're not too far away. But we're not here to talk about them. No sad stories. We celebrating all 2025. I have to say 2023. We celebrating all 2025. So, wow. Okay. Yeah, we celebrating all 2025. I'm still like, you don't wanna. But yeah, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on post notifications so you know when your girl upload. Continue to follow me on all my social media sites. They'll be in the description down below. Y'all be really tearing me up on TikTok. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to get to 3,000 followers, so make sure y'all continue to rock with me. All right, chat. This all I have. This all the time I have with y'all. I'm gonna be out because my storage is going out. But this all the time I have with y'all on this video. But I will be back with another video. So until that time, until that next video, you have been rocking with yours, D Swag Queen.
As a exit, I'm big dude, not one of them. Haters so low in my life, I'm hot so I can't see them. I'm big dude, I got rich rules.